Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Seine River map, and we've got ChenShiHuangBuBu in the TVP T5051, the top tier 10 Czech medium tank in the tech tree. It's actually an alt account of one of our clan members, and we'll just call him Moshi for the battle, just so we don't get too confused. I don't think we've shown this tank before on this channel. If you're not familiar with it, it's got a 100mm gun with a 4-shot autoloader. One of its features is it can dump the whole clip in about 4.5 seconds, and it can do 2 whole clips in a minute, so it's got a rate of fire of just over 8 rounds per minute. Accuracy is 0.35 standard crew, and aim time, you can see, is a little bit low, high, 2.1-ish seconds. Anyway, that's without any crew skills. Anyway, Moshi's come to this area here I'll just increase the size of the minimap a little bit, just to spot any heavy tank pushes that are coming up, which is underway. But it says limited value in a tank with little armor, so looking for side shots here on tanks that might be spotted down the river there. But this position's not going to last all that long, I wouldn't think, given when the heavies come up. If you get spotted, you'll be picked out. Now, the TVP is noted for basically being able to clip out tanks. It's got a total clip potential of 1280. So if you're on that or below, it basically will be able to dump the whole clip in the time it takes for most tanks to reload, or before they can reload. So pretty awesome in that respect, but obviously that's situational. So pretty good in the hands of a good player. But again, you need to be able to take advantage of that and get yourself out of trouble while you're reloading, like any autoloader. Anyway, Moshi's come back to the middle here. Again, just without much armor, there's no point battling heavy tanks on that line unless you can get free shots at them. And just coming up to this bottom part of the middle area to try and get shots on the Progetto and the IS-22, the double-barreled tier 8 tank there. So it looks like the IS-22 is moving at a fairly high rate, and in fact, yeah, it's just pushing up. So fires one, that bounces, second one goes in, third one goes in, and Moshi didn't do a reload on the way, so only 3 shots. But now this Progetto 65 is pushing up on the lower side of the hill, so he needs to get out of the way. I've taken out their Type 61, and the Progetto's basically lit him up, and while he's reloading, so wasn't able to take advantage of that. Now he's in a bit of a difficult position here. Not a lot of cover. In fact, takes a hit from the IS-3-2. Sorry, it's the 3-2, not a 2-2. And it isn't really able to do too much in return. Let's just show you that the armour is not really effective. I think it's about 100mm on the front of the turret. That's the strongest bit of armour, but it looks like that round went through the front of the top plate. The enemy's lost their ELC of a 90, so that's a good outcome there. They've lost one of their scouts with very high camo, and they've got a T62A pretty much on their own. So Moshi's decided that they can do a 2-on-1 here and basically get rid of this T62A, get a tier 10 medium tank out of the game pretty quickly. So I've got this tier 8 medium tank here that's going to help out. So first shot, second shot, third shot, fourth shot, and there you go, end of a T62A tier 10 medium tank. So now a good position here to be in the sense that a lot of cover while you're reloading. Moshi just runs into the Su-130 PM. coming back to this middle position here. But that's already been covered by Barask, so looking for other opportunities. So the tactic you can see here is relocation. So with a high mobility tank like a medium tank, if you're not getting results on one flank, you can quickly move to another flank, particularly on an open map like Sand River. There's plenty of hills and dales to conceal yourself in, so no point sitting in one spot waiting for action to happen unless you are guaranteed that the enemy are going to fall into your lap. So move around, get behind them, get to the sides. Typical medium tank tactics, particularly at the higher tiers. So Moshi just coming up here looking from this perch on the base. Got good coverage here. In fact, there's the Udas, but the Udas is behind cover there. There's a few tanks up in that area. So again, not getting any action with the gun, so no point staying there too long. Moshi's relocating. It's a pretty even game. They are one tank down, but it's very even on hit points. Only about 1,000 difference in total, which in a tier 10 match is not that significant. And picking up some spotting damage there. Looks like that heavy push is basically stalled. Now a few tank destroyers been spotted at the back there. So trying to punish that Striv, gets second kill, but gets spotted at the same time, and luckily doesn't catch any return fire. Picks up some spotting damage there on the Leopard PTA, which is good, and just not reloaded in time to deal with that Progetto. Almost you get another opportunity. That Progetto's in a very low health, but and not worth taking that shot on the Centurion. The turret armor would be too strong for that shot there. So again, very even match, almost completely identical in terms of hit points available in tanks. But there's that IS-32 sitting out in the open there, just looking for the weak spot on the underneath side of the pike nose. First shot goes in and no need for a second shot. That IS-32's gone down, and there's the Udas sitting there. Gets another shot in, the Udas pulls back, and Moshi goes for the reload. Sensible thing to do, and get into cover. That Progetto up ahead was only on something like 21 hit points, so looks like Moshi's looking for that opportunity. But however, it's a pretty dangerous move here because it brings you a lot closer to the enemy base, and there is overlook from the enemy base here, but looks like that Progetto has relocated, and now Moshi's been spotted, takes a hit from the Basante, and then puts the whole clip in, gets rid of the Basante. So it takes Moshi to just over 3k of damage, and it's got nearly 3k of assisted damage. Now it's got that AMX tank destroyer just overlooking, and here comes a Progetto 46 tier 8 auto reloader, and Moshi's just about reloaded. Just needs to keep going here, waiting for the Progetto. If you've used all 3 shots, then he's got a long reload. Does take a hit from the Progetto on the reload, but gets rid of the Progetto. However, Moshi's down to 57 hit points and being chased by the Centurion 5-1. So luckily that Centurion has no support, so it's just a matter of going around, and the TVP is going to be much faster than Centurion. And luckily the Centurion's taking a few hits from Moshi's team. and decides the better place to stop is in a bit of cover. So Moshi can basically hold off here. But look, there's some support coming from this Carnarvon AX. And Moshi doesn't need to take any risk here and get out. Carnarvon puts a hit in, and Centurion's taken out by Leopard 1 cruising past. So a nice drive-by there from the Leopard. And now they've got a major advantage here. Moshi finds the Borsig, puts in enough shots. Borsig gets taken out by the Leopard 1. And there's one tank left now, which is the E75. Moshi's now on 5 cope damage and 3.3 of assisted, so total of 8.4. And let's see if he can get any damage out of this E75. Now it looks like the E75 is looking straight at him, but he's lit. But he wasn't when the tank was looking at him. Gets a bit extra bit of damage assisted, and other than that is the end of the game. Let's go and have a look at the detailed stats. So that was an ace tanker game for Moshi. Got the high caliber award for doing the most damage in the game and achieved 5,000 direct damage and 3289 of assisted damage, so 8.3k of combined damage there, 4 kills. Got a lot of minor medals and 37 bonds, so it was a good earning game there. 1249 base experience, so very good for a tier 10. Assisted there with a CS52, we hopped out there with a T62A kill. And the Leopard 1 with 4k damage, sniping there, typical Leopard 1 behaviour. And on the other side, that Centurion 5-1 at the end picked up the most experience there. 24 shots fired, 23 hit, which pretty good indicator of accuracy, but 18 penetrations tells you that yeah, a little bit of wayward movement of the gun sighting is the characteristic of the gun. But anyway, on a non-premium account, still finished with a profit, which you'd be happy with. Anyway, thanks Moshi for the content, and look forward to more.